Welcome back, everybody. Gonna try to keep this short. I've seen this deck popping up, and it is a return of what might be my favorite card in the game, and that's Carnivine. I just love the guy. I love all the decks I've been able to play him in. He does 20 damage, but if you have an Arceus on the bench, he's going to do 30 more for just 1 energy. So Carnivine can hit for 50 early on in the game, and he's grass type, so any of these dark type decks, you're going to hit for weakness. You can one-shot a Dino with the Carnivine. We pair it with Magneton because, like, we need another attacker. Arceus, for a while now, has been sort of too difficult to set up unless you're playing, like, the daycare version with all the baby Pokemon to power it up. Taking 3 energy to... Trying to get 3 energy out of basic Pokemon is just way too slow nowadays, for the most part. Yeah, and Arceus, it's, like, it hates Greninja things, but the Magnezone kind of alleviates that. 1 Leaf, 1 Ilima. We need ways to move the Arceus if we start it, or if the Arceus gets damaged, the Ilima could just pick it up. You'll see a couple plays like that in the video. And then, I mean, the rest is just consistency. Trying to set up the Magnezone line. We are running the 50 HP Magnemite and the Licia because we really just want to find our basics out of this deck. Helps Arceus do maximum damage if we do attack with it, and, you know, just helps get the Magnezone line set up. It's a very, very scary deck to deal with. 50 damage from Carnivine early is disgusting. I really enjoyed my time playing it, and it might be my new favorite deck in the format. So, I have some streamed games that I've chopped up here for you. Sit back, enjoy them, and subscribe to the channel if you are not already. 50% of you are not subscribed. We're almost at 20K. I would really appreciate it. All right, thanks. Enjoy the game. Carnivine start going second. Pretty good. Pretty good. So we're gonna research before the Pokeball. This is how you do anything Arceus related. You always go hunt it. Your basics are your most important thing. The only way I don't is if my opponent keeps a really big hand. Like if this hand has 5 cards, I might just go Pokeball Copycat. What's he at right now? 5? Yeah, he's got 5 cards in hand. If this stays at 5 cards, all right, 4 cards, that's a little bit less appetizing. I think I'm just gonna go research and then Pokeball and hope we can find Carnivine and start putting down some early pressure. Well, everything here but a Carnivine is fine. Huh. Sometimes I just wonder why I talk. Sometimes I don't understand why I speak. Where'd you get the hoodie? It was a gift. It was a gift. So, because, like, once this Steelix is here, it's gonna be a problem. Yeah. Yeah, it might have to be a... How about Alicia? Nope, just another useless card. What? Cyrus is useless, Leaf is useless. I feel like there's a lot of cards in this deck right now that are still, like, pretty good to draw. But we found the one that doesn't do a thing for us. You want to talk about government mandated wins, bro. Government mandated win for the Steelix. Alright. We're getting somewhere. This game is not going to be won by Arceus, I will tell you that. It is going to be won by Magnezone coin flips into potentially a Arceus at the end. I don't even have a Sabrina in this list. So I'm not even going to be able to get that Dialga. But as long as my opponent doesn't have double Brock... Every time I thought this time Oak would be better than Copycat, it's how it feels. It's how it feels. The turn one Professor Research might just be the biggest lie in this game. Don't play it. In what situation do you play Professor Oak before Pokeball versus Pokeball, then Professor Oak? If the cards you want out of your deck are basics, you use Professor's Research first. If you don't, all right, cool. Awesome. You're just the GOAT. If you are not looking for basics as heavily as you're looking for just other cards, then you play the Research first. But, like, with an Arceus deck, when I'm starting Carnivine, I just want to see my Arceus or my Magnemite. I just want to get these guys down. So I use the Research before the Pokeball, so I have more basics in my deck. Well, you know, at least I will be able to Arceus swing on the Steelix and then Illima it back up, hopefully into a Magneton. We'll be able to... going after that in DD at the end of the game will not matter a single bit. Copycat for 3. Well, let's see how much further we can get scammed. Let's see no Steelix off of that. I would appreciate just like another turn. It's not like I'll be doing much with it. Like, again, knocking out this Indeedee really doesn't mean much. I guess it would mean that I no longer have to... Okay, so cool. You got it. You got it. This is the most government-mandated Steelix win I have ever seen. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it, but we're going to try. Steel Apron doesn't change my Magnezone. My Magnezone's ability to do what Magnezone needs to. And I guess we just hope that, like, our opponent doesn't have a red in the deck. The Carnivine is now useless. He's going to be doing, what, 20 damage every turn? But I do need to put something on the bench. I would prefer it to be a Magnemite. Okay, so it can be a Magnemite. Yeah, let's go get that. Yeah, I guess just hope that my opponent's not playing red. If he's playing red and my opponent's sequence was double Brock into Copycat for 3, finding Steelix and red, he's just the go. It is the most like, yo, I just built Mega Steelix and I high rolled and now I think the deck's good. Magnezone? Why would you? Okay. So... This sucks. Sucks a lot. Have we not gone too far? All right, bottom 4 cards are double Magnezone. Yeah, dude, for sure. For sure. So the bottom 3 cards in my deck are 2 Magnezone. Well, we're going to try our best here. Hope my opponent's not playing Cyrus with his Steelix deck. I feel like you just would be. I should have retreated into this one and attached to this one. It doesn't. No, it does matter. Yeah, that was just a mistake. I should have put up this one to leaf it next turn and let the... I should have, and then this one would have 2 energy on it. And then I can attack with it, like, sooner. I still think either way. I mean, even if he Cyruses, right? Well, no, he's just going to be able to retreat into the Dialga. So do I just knock out the Indeedee? No, because if that Dialga comes out... Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. He just retreat into the Dialga. But if he retreats into the Dialga, I kind of have... a good amount of time here. Oh, I don't know how to play this. I think we just need to hope that the game realizes that, yo, we've been low rolling, they've been high rolling. Let's not fully scam, and let's hope that our opponent flips some tails here. Or at the very least, force out this Dialga. Because if I force out Dialga, then I just Cyrus up this Steelix, and I think I'm fine. But I do just lose to Cyrus anyways, because he can retreat the Steelix. Tails? Okay, well, we've got another Magnezone for it. Yo, what's up, Whale Lord? Been a minute. Been a minute since I seen your little critter self in here. I mean, we need it to be a Tails. Well, we don't need it to be a Tails. We can still go into the Arceus next turn. And again, we're still hoping that my opponent is playing no form of Gust. But, you know, I feel like there's got to be something in here. Tails, please? Please? Okay. So I wonder if it's just Arceus time. I don't see why it isn't just Arceus time, honestly. If I attach here, and if I swing with Arceus, I'm going to do 100 damage. I can still attack with Magnezone if I need to. So let's go. Oh, it does 120. How do I do 120? Oh, because he flipped Tails, that's why. And now we'll be able to get through the Steelix. You just gotta dodge a form of Gust, and we're chilling. I guess the safer play might have been to just attack with Magnezone again, because I would have done 80 damage instead. So we'd be at 90 right now. Right? He'd be at 90, a PCL. Well, if he had a second PCL. Because I guess the only thing that this adds on to us potentially losing to is a red. That looks good to me. That looks good to me. And now do we just get to Cyrus up the Steelix? Guys, if this doesn't... If we win this, if my opponent does not have a... That's not it. All right, if this doesn't prove to you that there is no hope for Steelix, then I don't know what will. We are playing a deck that can only two-shot Steelix. And we were able to get it done. And they had the most perfect start in the world. The most perfect. Like, they started double Brock. That was a good game, man. That was a good game. We played to our outs. We really just needed... I don't even think we were asking for much. We just needed Magnezone to flip one time. And for our opponent to not have a Cyrus or a Sabrina. Well, Sabrina wouldn't have done it. We needed him to not have a Cyrus. But it looked like he was teched heavily for healing cards and the other sort of stuff. We run the Electro Ball version so we can get it with Licia. Just try to get some basics out of the deck. I'm going first, so I don't mind like trying to accomplish an aggressive Magnezone. I do have the Ilima start, so like starting Arceus wouldn't have been bad. Yo, Giorgio. Dude, is that... Okay, Giorgio, is that like a default... Is that like a default message, or is that your own, like, your patented super chat message? I appreciate the super chat, but I swear you did that before with the exact same message. Opponent started Sableye. That's good. Yeah, bro, the whole situation was crazy. All right, well, I think we're just going to look to go aggressive Magnezone. This Sableye's not going to be knocking us out. Our opponent starting Sableye instead of the Swablu is pretty good for us. I don't care if he retreats into Chingling and does 10 to me. I'm fine with that. I like the hippos, LOL. I mean, dude, the hippo you're describing, like, sounds incredibly swag. He sounds like King Hippo. Our hand is just way too big. That's the thing, man. His cancellation was pretty, like... It just sort of stuck to Twitter. Like, that was it. That was the only place to really see it. Nobody really talked about it on YouTube besides, like... I mean, I talked about it on stream. I wasn't going to make a video about it. That's, like... Why would I make a video about it? That's crazy. How much does the Indeedee do to my Magnezone? Does plus 90, does 120. So he still lives. Still lives. I'd even get a little Funko Pop on it and go into Carnivine, but that seems Is that fine to just go a little Funko Pop on it? Let me see what's on the other end of this. Well, we sort of have the equipment to set up another Magnezone. Like, the Carnivine is kind of based. Nah, it's better to just go Magnezone here. Yeah, I mean, I would assume he's just, like, making coffee now or something. I don't know. I don't know what you could really do. Ah, Rocky Helmet. Evil man indeed. I honestly don't think I care much about knocking myself out, though. Like, what is he going to do to me? He could go Jirachi Star Drop next turn. And what do I care about that? I have an Arceus. I think I just go Mirror Shot, throw up Arceus. And if he gets me out of my hand, then I just don't attach the Arceus and it can't be knocked out by the Indeedee. I get one more turn to find the Copycat. I haven't really done very much deck thinning. I lied. I've played a lot of cards. I've played a good amount of cards. That was your pocket BFF? Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't that's your man's me. Don't that's your man's me, bro. What's this cringe? Also, low genuinely fine. That Indeedee is still not knocking me out. I get to just Carnivine this thing. Just play down as many cards as we can, I think. The Leaf probably gets no play here for the rest of the game. And if I get Cyrus Tear by the Indeedee, I can just retreat into the Magnezone. Basically like being a pick with Epstein. Bro, it is so funny how many people have a photo with that guy. That guy loved his pictures. Known for his photos with the rich and powerful. Might be what he's most well known for. Yo, double Indeedee? I mean, I still get there. Yep, we still get there. We still do 100. I think we do 110. I haven't played an Arceus deck in so long. Yeah, we still do 110. Bang. Not bad. Is Magnezone the go to this set? Yeah, Magnezone is. Magnezone for sure. But you probably just don't even put the Arceus down because you don't want him to get Greninja plus Cyrus. By the, Greninja, Cyrus, swing with Altaria into it. You probably just try to set up double Magnezone and win off of that. Jody was another content creator. He did, like, competitive gameplay. We have the Alicia into the Clement. The Carnivine's not going to be doing too much. Honestly, dude, like, Carnivine hitting for 40 into the Darkrai is still, like, just pretty good. I think going Carnivine and setting up for double Magnezone against this matchup is probably the way to go. If I top deck a Magnezone at any point, or a Magneton, I think I'll just rip the Copycat, but otherwise, I have the double Magnezone set up in hand, man, so I'm going to go for it. And again, piling 40 damage on this Darkrai while it can't move every turn is pretty good. And not giving my opponent access to a 2-prizer at any point. This guy's going to be damaged up. He's going to be ready to be Cyrus at some point in the game. That Diddy Blood song was stuck in my head for like one day. Yo, the Elemental Switch would be pretty cool in this deck. Okay. We get red carded. So there goes that idea. Carnivine, Pokeball, Arceus. All right, well, now we go... Oh, boy. This got exception... Oh, never mind. We're chilling. We actually just got not a better hand, but a very good hand for us. Can't complain too much. Just going to need to find a Magnezone, and we've done a decent job of thinning the deck. I mean, we got full value off Alicia, full value off Clement. That's basically the same as going for double research. But we still have 2 research in the deck. And my opponent can't retreat into a Magnezone next turn to attack. Unless he's playing some sort of E-Switch card, but I doubt it. And now we get to do 70 to the Darkrai. And that guy's a small kiss away from being knocked out. I miss the Egg Celebi days, man. Terrorist. Actual terrorist. I can't... Of all the decks, bro, that's the one you miss? Out of all of them. That deck was evil to play against. What's the play here going to be? Retreat into Magnezone? Tyrogue. If you give me Tyrogue, I'm, like, not mad at all. And a Copycat for 2. Alright, well, we're now just in Cyrus hunting mode. My opponent, because he evolved in a Magnezone, can't even attach with Darkrai to knock out the Carnivine. Alright, we'll thin that out. Buzzwole was very fun. I missed that deck. That was a very well-designed archetype, man. Very well-designed. You had your basic to do 40, you had your basic to set up damage on the board, and then your big attacker for the end of the game. That was a very, very well-designed archetype, man. Very, very well-designed. EV Toolbox as well, honestly. Those decks were... Those were some quality decks we were getting back then. Hello, Megapsol. All right. Well, we will be copycatting for 2 unless I find research. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good top deck. Magneton. Arceus. Zone. Oh, probably just want second Arceus down and then copycat for +1 cards. Seems good. An Ilima and a research. Okay. Well, hey, our deck's getting pretty thin, man. The Carnivine Arceus toolbox with it. Yes. Also, that was one of my favorite decks as well. I very much enjoyed that archetype. Because again, it's like you have your guy to do early damage. You've got a sniping Pokemon and you have a big endgame attacker. It's like, what more can you ask for a deck, from a deck? Than to just have those options at your disposal, man. And my opponent flip tails. I mean, we're just running away with this game. The early Carnivine pressure, just too much for our opponent, I think. I should not have done this. I should not have done this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Chat, please tell me you see what I am seeing. Please tell me you understand what just happened. Either way, for our opponent to get through, like, we are just so ahead in this game. We have so much going on for us that this being the case doesn't really matter. But it is very cool that it happened. It is very happened that our Cyrus stowed himself away. But, like, we have 2 stage 2s, 2 Arceus. We still have the Ilima. You know, we would have been fine. We would have been fine. But that is a very skilled Cyrus. My Cyrus is very well trained, clearly.